I like the typing, and I like how to make the games. I feel like I get to like decompress and enjoy myself and have time to do something more productive than playing video games that other people made. I love how when you come in, you get greeted by a lot of people, which makes you feel like comfortable and at home at Code Ninjas.
I really like it teaches you other languages of coding. Well, it teaches you multiple, and I like that you get to do it with other people, so you can start a friendship.
At Code Ninja, they do a wonderful job in not only independent work on coding, but they give the children opportunity to work in partners and in groups and teams, and so that they get a more of a real world aspect too of STEM fields and how technology works in the real world.
Through this program, I've learned that if we stick it out for the entire 4-year program, that Dylan will have skills about that will teach him how to build an app. And I have joked, but I'm so serious, that Dylan can help us build the first app for our nonprofit. And so that's what I really am holding out for, that we all have different gifts, and coding is not my gift, but I definitely see this as an opportunity for my child, and I would just love it if he could gain these skills and then get to immediately put them into action in a very real way, and to help serve other people in this community.
Women and girls aren't very highly represented in the STEM fields, and that's certainly something that my wife and I think about, because she's an economist, and so that's important to us, that we have our daughters get some kind of exposure to the STEM fields. Not that they have to go into them, but so that they just have the opportunity and they can decide what it is that interests them.
That's what the future is. It's going to be coding, STEM based, and this is going to help him in a lot of ways, not just in coding, but also in defining logic, learning to think through a problem in a logical manner. So it's not just coding, it's actually a skill that he can transition to other points in his life.
For today's society to understand the things around you, it's very important. Your thermostat has electronics in it now that it didn't 20 years ago. And if you want to understand the world around you, how it works, and if you want to understand even the safety of those things in the home, then coding is a very eye-opening experience for being able to understand the actual workings behind what's around you. I want him to be advanced in having tools. I want him to be able to use those tools for whatever it is that he decides to do.
There's a lot of options with kids' activities out there, and a lot of them just create more stress. You're chauffeuring kids around, and it's almost like babysitting. You're just dropping your kids off to be babysat. But for here, I really feel like my child is walking away with very life-giving skills, that even if he doesn't choose a career in coding, that these are skills that are building strategic and critical thinking and creativity, and that will translate to something both professionally or even as a hobby.
It really was about making it work, and I'm glad that we were able to enroll him. Because for me, I knew it would be something that would stimulate him. He needs constant stimulation, as a lot of young people do, especially these days. And it's not only something he enjoys to do, but it's also something that is showing out the rewards and the outcomes are already present, even from improved focus at school, improved grades at school, to just being calmer and less crazy at home.
My wife and I both have extensive backgrounds in STEM and coding. I'm an engineer, and so is she. He's taught me how to define some of the internal variable definitions and things like that, and how to actually do games, because I understand old coding, with lines and things like that, but he's actually doing the interactive through the graphics, and there's a lot to be learned there.
Like on Code Ninjas, you program this little guy to complete levels by coding him. And on Scratch, it's where you have these little blocks that you can put them together to make a line of code. I've learned how to make variables in coding, and how to fix bugs, and how to duplicate things and make them disappear, and how to make things move, and how to keep track of things. The senseis are great because
They help you step by step if you're stuck on something.
For me, the most rewarding moments are whenever you teach a kid a new concept and you just see it click in their brain, because they'll just like have no idea, and then all of a sudden they'll understand it and their face lights up and then they know exactly what to do, and it's really satisfying.
Really fun place and really fun environment to learn how to program in, especially for the kids. Video games is something that a lot of kids love, and getting to build some of their own and put their own creative twists on it is really cool, I think.
I've taken a lot of programming classes in high school, and it would have been a lot easier if I had been exposed to it earlier, because I could have learned much more easily.
Code Ninjas is an awesome place, and it's a good place to have a little break when you did so much, and it's a good place to do typing. A very good place to do typing.